Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, April 11th. We are looking at market profiles, window trader of SPY, IWM, triple Qs. And I'll tell you what, some damage done here on the charts for ES, SPY, NQ, triple Q. We've gone from balance in all three time frames to down on now on the weekly and daily in SPY and ES, a gap main focus on the daily. Triple Qs come out of their weekly balance to the downside. Their gap's their main focus. Their gap's a lot larger than ours. Russell continues to spin their wheels. The one good bit of news, volume not really heavy, 83, 84 million with the after hours, so it's going to be under average, which is down to about 112 million. Had a pretty good day. I missed probably the best trade of the day, which I'll go over in a minute. But I had a good day, saw the day well, especially on any rally. I was a little confused as to what they were trying to do at the 50. They battled the 50 all day. I thought they would give it up, but I thought they'd give it up earlier. And then after what L did above K's high, I thought maybe they wouldn't go and test our 3-week balance low. But boy, oh boy, did they. And they blew through it. So as far as my trades today, I had a really good day, but I'm ticked off about one trade I missed. So A period, I took a short when we came back down through the open, and we did not have much of an inventory adjustment. So when we got back down through the open and went back to test it, took a short against it with the 446 puts, which worked out. C period. Actually took a long. I did not think these single prints were going to hold. Now, they did hold initially. Not by a lot, but with the long I had it long enough where it paid me. I got out before they even attempted to fill them, so I did okay on that, and then turned to the short side. So it was 441 calls and then 445 puts in C period when it couldn't fill the single prints after I got out of my long. I did take a long in D period against the 50-day moving average, twice the 440 calls, which both paid me. H period. Thought we might have our afternoon rally high. I took 4 shorts of, they were paying me a dime each time the way they were spreading these things. 445 puts in H. By the way, please don't ever call Citadel or any of these guys market makers. They are the furthest thing from them. They spread these quotes so wide, you can drive a tractor trailer through them. It's just despicable. They are not market makers. But it allowed me to scalp shorts 4 times in between their markets in H period. So thank you for that, Citadel. J period. Took a short early, and I got hurt. I thought we were going to finally get below the 50 with acceptance. Took a 20 lot before we took our eyes low. Well, lo and behold, went right against me. Added 20 at POC. Added 20 right at H's high. And I told the room, I was at about 1,500 at that time. I said if we go and fill the single prints, because I thought we would, I would add 100. Never happened. It reversed on me, came all the way back in, got my money back, and I made money. Not a lot, but I made money. But I innovated that one, and it cost me a bit. Then in L. This is the trade I'm upset at myself about. It certainly looked like they were going to fill single prints. The goal was to fill them and take a short. So when it pulled back right before it was going to pop K, I took a long of calls. And it did pop, but by the time I was setting myself up to get out of my long, which I made money on, it literally filled the singles, got out of my long, and L came right in, like 40 cents in a heartbeat. Never got the short. Now, obviously, from looking at it, in hindsight, I could have taken the short at any point now, but that's where I wanted it. I was going to start with at least a 20 lot. If it had gotten above half back at the time, which it didn't at the time, I would have added to the opening. Never happened. It would have been a beautiful short. So it's pretty ticked off at myself. And then the first time in M period against the weekly low, I took a quick 439 call play. Again, in between their quote, and it paid me. Now, so it turned out to be a good day, but I'm upset I missed that short. Bottom line is this. We have a lot of destinations to the upside, okay, after today. The downside has a vacuum. We don't have anything for about $2 to our next daily low. So let's go over destinations and what's going on. So for the upside, we have the price probe, which is L's low of 440.86. We closed $1 below it. Then we have our single prints, very small, 441.03 at M's high to K's low at 18 cents. So it's a double distribution day. I never thought these were going to hold. After all the work they did to fill B singles, I really thought, that's why I took that long the first time against the weekly balance low to go fill them. But I wasn't going to hold them. They went up. I made money. I did think we would fill it. Obviously, that didn't happen. Then 442.03, G's high, 10 wide. Afternoon rally high, L, 443. Is that it on the nose? L's high? Yep, 443. And then today's high, 445, and then filling the gap. M's low, 445.94. A 94-point gap from today. For the downside, we have today's low, 439.39. Then there is nothing until 437.22 daily low. Single print at 436.97, one little penny. Then nothing to 433.19 daily low. Please write these down. And then 432.52, 9 wide from March 16th. So I thought sellers, I was really disappointed early when we kept going back. We went back and forth with the 50-day moving average for 3 hours. And then when L did that, I'm like, are they really going to fail up there? Obviously not, but I thought they might. I really thought they had nothing below there. Why couldn't they get going? Well, guess what? They waited to the last 45 minutes to get going. We're below the 50, we're below the 20, we're below the 200. Right? Not a too good a scenario right now for buyers. And then let's go to the chart. So monthly's in balance, but here's the weekly. Now, a lot of people might have called the weekly down even before we took out March 21st low. I wasn't. I had it in a 3-week balance. But once we took out March 21st low, an M period, and got below it pretty good, we are now firmly down in the weekly. So the weekly is down. Now, the next destination on the weekly, my friends, is 415.79. So it gets a little dicey for buyers if they don't get their act together. And on the daily, we are clearly down out of a 3-day balance to the downside. Gap my main focus below all 3 of these moving averages. Excellent day in the room again, both trading and educating wise. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Really appreciate all the likes and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.